put your hands together for a good friend of ours, Steve Brumfield, folks.
All right, how you doing, Westgate? Like you said, my name is Steve Brumfield. I'm from Marion, Ohio. I've been married 4.5 years. How many married couples we got in here? All right. We learned a lot about marriage. The first year, my first lesson was compromise. My wife came to me one day and she said, "You know what, it's not fair. We're always hanging out with your parents. We're never hanging out with my parents." So I thought, compromise. You're right. We'll stop hanging out with my parents. She's taught me so much about women that I didn't know. Women's clothing, I didn't know this, maybe a lot of you guys don't know this, women's clothing come in 2 sizes. Size 2 and size not 2. And if they're a size not 2, they don't want to talk about it. But another difference I learned, women, they're so much different than guys. They're so worried about their weight and everything. And you know, you'll notice if you go to the gym, a woman can go to the gym and she can work out for 4 hours and doesn't care to look in the mirror. A guy, we go over, we do 10 push-ups, we gotta go check the progress. That's what I've learned about women. They're so hard on themselves. I mean, guys, we think that no matter how big we are, we think that we're a couple sit-ups away from looking like Mario Lopez. The women think that they're one donut away from looking like Rosie O'Donnell. We got any shoppers in here? Any women like to shop? My wife loves to shop. She's actually a shopaholic. She won't admit to it, but I keep finding Kohl's magazines under her bed. She swears she just reads them for the articles, though. And another thing about being married, you have to study the Bible. If you're going to be married, you have to study the Bible. They've got a lot of great tips in the Bible for being married. Amen. I was studying one day and I'm reading 1 Corinthians, and Paul says in there that women are not to speak in the church. So I had to check this out, so I go to my pastor and I asked him about it. You know what he said? He said, "No, Steve, you and Mandy cannot move into the church." Does anybody out there have kids? We have 3 awesome kids. I like to refer to them as the weapons of mass destruction. But having kids is awesome. You love them all differently. I remember the first time I held my little girl in my hands and I'm looking at her and I'm thinking, how precious is this girl? Then I start thinking, one day I'm going to have to put the fear of God into some boy because of you. Then 3 years later we have a little boy and I love him just as much, it's just different. I'm looking at him and I'm just thinking again, wow, how precious is he? And one day I won't have to mow the yard myself because of you. And it's so hard because you got to punish them sometimes, and punishments have changed. I mean, when I was a kid, how many people in here ever got whippings? I mean, that's old school. There's spankings and there's whippings. I mean, spankings let you know, don't do that. Whippings let you know, you're not going to do that again. But my mom, she works at a daycare, so she brings me home all this new age punishment stuff, and you guys probably heard of timeout. Anyone heard of the timeout? And it's the craziest thing I've ever heard. You got to put them in a chair for 1 minute for every year old that they are. When you get older, they call that a lunch break. I remember when I was a kid, I was the one screaming for the timeout. But I come up with a system of my own to help me out. I got 3 kids. We have a daughter, she's 6, a son that's 3, and another son that's 11 months. And sometimes I get my turn to be at home alone with them. And my wife, I don't know how she does it. I mean, it's amazing because she can be at home and she'll be cooking and and cleaning and watching the kids at the same time. She leaves me there and everything seems to fall apart. I'll be trying to make the kids some macaroni and cheese over here for their lunch. Trying to teach my daughter how to read over here. Cook, act. My son's doing an acrobat trick over here trying to get a candy out of the refrigerator. My 11-month, he's eating a dog treat off the floor. And I can't get to all of them, so I come up with the paintball method. This way, when I'm trying to help my daughter read, I can shoot my son before he starts getting his acrobat trick going. The little one's tough too, but we won't shoot him yet. But the awesome thing about this too is when my wife gets home, she can tell how good they've been. Feel free to use that at home, or if you're a teacher, you can implement it into your schools if you'd like. Well, I'm trying to become an inventor. I got an invention out there that's going to help all you parents out. It's called Similac PM. This is a no more screaming, crying, whining, fussing, get a better night's sleep formula. We also have an AM formula. It's exactly the same, just without the guilt. It's the no more screaming, crying, whining, fussing, so I can watch the end of the game formula.